Welcome everybody. It's day 4 down at the bunker, so I've been trapped in this nuclear bunker for 4 days now. A few more days to go. I brought some of my favourite books down to read, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about these, do a quick book review of David Moody's stuff. I'm not going to put any spoilers in there, so you don't need to worry about that, but I want to talk about Hater, Dog Blood. Now there is more in the series, but I just brought these two down to have a talk about. One thing I'll say about David Moody, the writing is, he's a fine writer that does horror. So this is not slasher, this is not stuff that's thrown together. The guy obviously takes time when he is quite a thoughtful guy. So he's obviously put a lot of effort and time, and I think these books have got the recognition. But the thing I like about these books, where would you categorise them? Well, they're not zombie books. The enemy, if you like, in these books, they're not zombies. They are like us, but they're not like us. Something happens that changes people, and you realise from the opening chapter of that, some real violence that reminded me of 28 Days Later. That's where the sort of heritage is. But it's a bit of a cliche to say the guy brings something different, but there is something different in these, in that people suddenly realise that other people are different, and there's an uncontrollable hatred in them. So it made me think about when I was looking in the bunker, defending the bunker. Obviously part of my experiment was to defend against, for example, zombies, etc. In here, the haters, the others, are intelligent. They can do things, they can attack, and the whole thing follows the story of a normal guy that really has a normal job. It's not like some American soap where the guy's a doctor or a medic. He's a normal bloke, follows him all the way through, and then follows up in Dog Blood. So you get the whole way through the story, and of course the landscape of Britain changes, some horrific stuff happens, the family's torn apart, he meets lots of really interesting characters. So I think you'll love it, and if you haven't read it, I mean, I'm sure they're going to make it into a film, because it would make it a brilliant film. It'd be a bit like 28 Days Later, crossing 28 Days Later with Hannibal or something like that. It'd be a mental read. So there's a lot of violence and killing in it, but it's also quite a thoughtful read. The line that David Moody travels or is on is that you're not quite sure. When I was reading this book, you're not quite sure which side you're on. When it's zombies, you're pretty clear which side you're on. When it's them or us, and this is what you keep coming back to, them or us, you don't know which line you're on. Sometimes I'm thinking, yeah, I'd be one of them. Sometimes I'm thinking, no, I'd be one of us, and you get confused. So they're great books, really entertaining. I mean, really stuff that you can't put down. So that's Hater and Dog Blood by David Moody. Check those out. He's got a lot of other stuff. Trust is very good by him as well. We've got the ebook of that, and I think you can get some limited only available. But yeah, so check out those from one of my favourite writers, and a very nice guy.